够和这么优秀的 AD 来进行一个比较，所以说还是比较高兴的。
这个问题还是想问一下 P 神，经过世界赛以后，你觉得你是中路强还是下路强？
So this question is for Perks as well. Do you think you're better as a mid laner or the AD carry?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Do you think you're better in the mid lane or the bot lane?
I think I'm a better mid laner than I'm a bot laner, but I think that a lot of my skills from playing mid, like the skills I gained over the years, are really beneficial in the bot lane because a lot of playing AD carry is really different. Like you are just much worse. It's like as a role, you don't have any influence a lot of times. But if you know how to pressure the game when you're ahead, then you can be very oppressive as well. So I mean, it's just easier to play bot than mid, I think. Yeah.
那我觉得其实 is it easier to play bot laner?
Yeah.
他觉得在下路打还是比较容易的，但是这两个位置有着非常让人不同的感受，他们的整个的作用对于游戏的进程的作用也是不同的，能给游戏带来的一个影响也是不一样的。那其实对于下路，他这1年里因为一直在玩下路嘛，所以说他觉得如果你能打好一个下路，你能够把这个游戏更多的往前推进，然后也可以让人有印象比较深刻的。
这个问题也是想问 Perks， 就昨天杜英碧在采访的时候说。他有跟你说过，在总决赛在巴黎见。现在你们要去巴黎了，有什么话想对杜英碧说吗
So this question is for Perks as well. Yesterday, Doingbi told us that he told you that you guys are going to meet in Paris. So do you have anything on to say to him?
Well, I hope he doesn't roam bots too much.
那我希望他不要就是玩太多的那种花东西，玩兰博太多。
你好，这个问题还是问 Perks 的，不好意思。然后问一下，就是你在赛前赛后特别喜欢说骚话，然后这是你们获胜的关键吗？你觉得？然后今天赛后你会说什么
？This question is for Perks as well. You guys are famous for the trash talking, so do you think it's a key to get the victory for every matches? And what kind of trash talk do you want to say after this game?
I think trash talk is mostly for fun. And for just for banter, right, to make it more entertaining and more interesting for people to watch the match. I used to always like trash talking, but I was not winning as much in the past, so it would backfire. But now we are very successful internationally as well, thanks to my teammates. So I think that, well, I don't know what to say to FPX yet. I have to think about it. I need to prepare my trash talk.
那我觉得对我来讲，说骚话其实更多的是一种有趣。如果我说了很多骚话，这样能够就比较有娱乐的效果，也是能够让大家来看比赛的话，会觉得更加有趣。而且我今天也是谢谢我的队友们，我们能一起进入到这样一个好的成绩。那至于我今天的今天的我的一个骚话，可能好好准备一下，想想要说些什么了。
这里是腾讯体育提问 Caps， 就是想问他，其实上次采访的时候，他说他想要遇到 FunPlus， 然后也真的遇到了，然后他的想法是什么样的，以及刚才在舞台上和对比握了一下手，当时在想什么。
So this question is for Caps. In the previous interview, you shared you want to meet FunPlus in the final, and so do you have any thoughts towards them? And also, you just shake hands with Doingbi. So do you have anything you want to share?
Yeah, so I mean, I think I predicted FPX would win, but I don't think I necessarily want to face them. I mean, I think they're a strong team, but it's going to be fun to play them against them anyway. I think Doingbi is a very innovative player. He likes to play a lot of weird champions, and so do I, so we might get some fun matchups. And yeah, I mean, with the handshake with Doingbi, I don't know too much about him. I didn't talk that much with Doingbi, but he seems to always have a lot of fun on stage, and every time I see him, he's always smiling, so it'll be a fun game regardless of what happens.
那关于上次我的这个预测是我之前有预测到，我觉得他们能够拿下胜利，但其实我并不太想碰到他们，毕竟他们也是个非常强的队伍，而且我觉得，但是和他们一起竞技应该会是个非常有趣的体验。而且对于对应币呢，他也是有个比较奇怪的英雄池嘛，也会经常玩一些比较奇怪的阵容，但是我们也是同样的，所以说我觉得我们可能的这样的比赛会更加的有趣。那么至于就是和他握手，其实我本身并不是特别了解他，但是我觉得他每次好像总在笑，在舞台上笑，所以说我觉得我们会带来非常有趣的一场竞技的。
然后接下来一个问题是想问 Wonder，就是上一次国际赛就是 MSI 决赛之前，他发了一个 Twitter 说，想那一场会是最快的 BO5，然后他也做到了。然后这一次决赛之前，他想发一条什么？
So this question is for Wonder. Like before the previous MSI, you just tweet like this BO5 is going to be the fastest one. So do you have anything you want to put on the Twitter before this final?
Well, I'm probably not gonna put it on Twitter if I say it here, but I can say for sure that today was the real final, and they will get a reality check next week. FPX will get the biggest reality check next week, because they think we are bad, but our wrath will be swift.
No,
we actually just lost the final. Oh.
Sorry, what did you say? 那这个话我可能不会放在推特上，但是我觉得，可以确定的是，我觉得今天对我来说就是一个就已经是决赛了。那么下周对于 FunPlus 来讲，这就是一个重新的现实检查，就好像是现实重现一样。
这个问题想问一下 Caps， 就是 G2 在系列赛中其实也拿出了很多花活，那请问一下 G2 有没有准备什么骚东西来在决赛里面对 FunPlus？
So this question is for Caps. So you guys are famous for the weird picks or the weird draft. So do you have any hidden or secret weapons in the final?
I mean, we for sure have like a lot of secret weapons. We were never really like pushed to like a game 5, so we didn't really get to show our weapons yet. But we are kind of like just saving them, and we're saving them for FPX. So we'll show up with some picks.
那我们也是非常喜欢会有一些就是秘密武器的嘛，但是我们又没有被推到就是绝境，就是 BO5的第5场，所以说就是这些东西还是保存一下，保留一下实力，然后呢，我们会在决赛的时候来展现一些的。
你好，这个问题提问一下 G2 的老板，然后就是你之前在推特上对那个 NBA 的达拉斯独行侠的老板苦办说，你20年内可以买到小牛，就是独行侠，然后现在的话队伍打到决赛，而且有可能获得大满贯，你觉得你买下小牛的时间会不会提前？
能问一下这个小牛是个什么东西吗？我不太了解。哦，一个。
稍等 ，hold on。
So this question is for Carlos.
Sorry, we are not answering this question. Sorry.
这边是体坛周报记者，然后也是问一下 G2 的老板，然后就是你今天开场的时候非常的激情，然后有没有在决赛的时候也邀请 FunPlus 的老板跟你加入一起有一个互动？
So this question is for Carlos as well. So you look very hype before today's game. So in the final, are you going to invite the boss of FunPlus and to have some fun together?
This always feels a bit hard because we have we watch a game together, but then we win and I feel bad and it's not that fun actually. So I'm not sure. I'll try to hunt him. But yeah, I'm bringing there everybody from my family as if I was playing myself, and I'm sure they will do the same. It's gonna be really fun, and we're actually looking forward for it. It's our first shot at winning Worlds, so yeah, it's a grand slam. It's possible.
我会觉得是比较的难的，因为我们要一起看比赛的话，然后一起看比赛，然后我们队赢了，然后呢可能会他们也是比较的难过那一种，然后呢，但我们会无论如何会把我们的比如说一些家人啊什么的都带来，然后大家一起看比赛，而且我们也非常的期待会有一个就是和他们的老板一起互动的这样的一个东西，所以说我还是比较的期待的。
好，大家还有问题吗？大家还有问题吗？没有的话就换英文媒体。
Okay, we will now switch to the Western portion of the press conference.
Hey, Tyler ESPN. This is for Mickey X. So going into the final, you're going to be playing against Crisp, who's been considered one of, if not the best support in the competition so far. What do you think about him as a player, and how are you going to prep for him?
So thank you for the question. And I think Crisp is a really good support, and I think he's been performing the best out of every support in this tournament so far. So I'm looking forward to playing against him. But I know that I can match up well against him because, well, the series today gave me a lot of confidence that I can actually play well. So yeah, looking forward to it.
This is Steven from Esports Club. I have a question for Caps. Second year in a row you're with a European team against a Chinese team in the World's Final. Could you tell us a little bit about the difference between being at G2 this year and at Fnatic last year, like the atmosphere in the team and how the World's Run went? Can you tell us something about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think I could go like very into depth because obviously it's like a different team. So there's like a million things that are different. But I think just going into this year, like I felt like last year, Korea underperformed a lot at Worlds. And I mean, even China, IG was playing really well, but overall, I think this year, every region showed up. Maybe NA didn't, but Korea, China, and EU already all showed up with like really strong teams, and that's why I felt like we played really, really well. While last year it felt like like some of our games weren't like that great, but we just kind of got really far because like maybe we faced C9 in semis. But so I'm thinking I'm just happier with how we played this year. I think we just improved a lot, and we're just at a really strong level.
Hi, translating for Aitor. He's asking to everybody in the team, do you think this final is the best chance of you guys to prove that Europe is now on the same level as the East teams?
Who wants to go?
I think it's just G2 and not really like the West. I think it's mainly like just because, I mean, as you could see, right? Splice got knocked out in quarters and Fnatic got knocked out in quarters and no NA team made it off groups. So I don't really think, I mean, it's also like, you can like even see our splits in our own region that we didn't really have a lot of competition. Almost, I mean, in the end we had like Fnatic like pressuring us a bit, but I think it's not, I mean, you can't really like say that Europe or America is as strong as all the Asian teams, because I think there's like 6 to 8 teams in LPL and LCK respectively that could be like top 3 Europe and even win NA. So,
I mean, also I do think like Europe has been showing up a lot more as same for NA, and it just makes it like a lot more interesting because like every region is strong, and going to like next MSI, going to next Worlds, I think it will be really hard to pick like a favorite. So it's gonna be fun to see what teams show up.
Hi, Fernando from Ubit. Question for Perks or Mickey. In the last conference, Teddy said that Kaisa has a good matchup into Saya, and since LWX has a really good Kaisa, I'm interested in your opinion on the matchup.
Kaisa has a good matchup into Saya?
Yeah.
You can go ahead. I don't know if I can go too much into details because we're playing finals next week, so I don't want it to be translated here by a lot of people, and then we see they know my priorities, but I think that I can play Kaisa's matchups in both sides and win. So that's the answer. I think it's a skill matchup.
It's a good answer. Good answer.
Sue from Sky Sports. This question's for Mickey. A lot of people have said now that Perks is the best ADC in the world, and the two of you are one of the best bot lanes in the tournament. But how would you rate yourself? Would you say you're the best support in the world?
Thanks for the question. And no, I would say that I played pretty bad for the whole tournament, except this series. And I think Crisp was really consistent. So I would say I would put him above me. And I'm not sure about the rest. I could maybe put myself second. And I guess I'm top 2 since we made finals, but yeah.
Hi, this is Darius from the Short Caller. My question is directed towards Caps. Congratulations on making finals again, of course. Now that you knocked out Faker once again, do you have any other mid laner that you consider your true rival, or is there just no one there to stop you right now?
I mean, I think Faker played really well today. I think there's like a lot of mid laners who is really strong, right? I think mid lane is like the strongest role. So there's like a lot of strong players, and I think there's like a lot of players that are my level and stronger. So I just have to prove myself, and obviously winning Worlds would be like a start to that. But it's like a marathon, and you wanna keep performing at the highest level. All role swap, but yeah.
Hi, here. Okay. José Ángel for Millennium España. This one is for Carlos. Carlos, you were a hateable object in the Spanish community for so many years, for a part of the Spanish community. So how do you feel when you were chanting your name, when the people were chanting your name, like the loudest chant with Ibai?
I'm used for people chanting my name, and I think I'm still hated. It just happens to be that G2 has more fans than Fnatic and Origin, so the hatred, the ratio of hatred versus love has changed. But yeah, those guys from inside their caves, they still hate. They just don't. They just can't go to Twitter and talk to me if we win, you know. But then if I lose, then I don't appear on Twitter. Then I stay on my cave for a couple of weeks. So it's a win-win.
Hey, Tyler for ESPN again. This is also for Carlos. And anyone else can chime in on the answer. Every year at Worlds, a big topic is world skins, and players get the sales of the skins. So for a team so flexible for G2 with like Yasuo, Pyke, who could be big sellers, how are you going to like divvy up who gets which skin if you guys win the final?
Honestly, we just look at the most sold skins, and we just take a commercial executive decision here, and you kind of rank yourself.
Hey guys, Ashley Kang for ESPN and Horizon. I have a question for Yankos. In the press conference earlier with SKT, they said that the biggest difference between SKT and G2 today was that even when G2 was behind, they were able to overcome that gap, while SKT, when they were behind, continued to make more mistakes. And what can you tell us more about G2's mentality and not being able to tilt, especially when they are behind in a game?
Well, I think that we as a team tend to not panic, and we always try to look for a lot of opportunities to come back the game. And it felt like we were behind pretty much in every single early game because we would make a lot of mistakes and run it down. But then they would not punish us as hard, and we tried to play into our composition strengths, which they didn't do so well, and that way we came back into a lot of games. I also think that, I mean, probably some team fights were like misplayed by them because they were like ahead, but they couldn't close it out, and they had like Nashor in every game almost. So, yeah, I'm surprised as well.
Hi, Jack from LoL Esports. My question's for Mickey. Norscarin last week kind of hinted that he had, obviously that was a game Splice won when they played Mata, and he kind of thought that Mata was the easier person to face than Effort. What did you think about facing both of them today?
Okay, thanks for the question. And yeah, I do think that Mata performed worse than I think Effort would. I think he did a lot of like silly mistakes, like getting caught a lot. And yeah, I mean, I feel like Effort wasn't playing that well either, but he was probably playing better.
This is Steven from Esports Club. It's a question for Caps again. Perks went to Carlos and said, I will only role swap for Faker or Caps. Now you're here. Would you role swap for anyone in the world at the moment?
So I think, I think we're kind of like in the process of picking up Doomby. So we're like, so we're like kind of trying to beat them next week, because that would like strengthen our roster a lot. And I mean, we're not really sure what role is going next, but looking a bit around, you know.
Who's the chosen one?
Yeah. I think we'll decide after the next week, so that no one will get like stressed out.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Fernando from Esports Brazil. Yesterday when they asked Doing B who, oh sorry, this question is to Caps. Yesterday when they asked Doing B who he would rather play, you or Faker, he chose you because he said you guys play a similar style and you have a big champion pool. How do you feel about that answer, and how are you going to prepare for it? Do you expect anything too different, or?
Yeah, I mean, I think like looking at the semifinals, obviously like Rookie is a really strong mid laner, and same for Faker. And I feel like me and Doomby are maybe just like more crazy. Like we're not like as like solid in a way, but we're just more crazy and like thinking more out of the box and doing crazy things to like bring us back in the game or to get a lead. And that's why I'm like pretty excited to play against FPX. I don't think I've ever like really played against a team like that, where they will play to like the same like crazy extent as we will, and it's just gonna be fun to see how the draft will go.
Okay, this will be the last question of the press conference.
So this question is for Carlos. You are the only team. Well, the most important part of your team is that all your players are from Europe. You are representing Europe, and I wanted to ask if this is gonna be a thing for like the history of their team. Like you're gonna be trying to stay with European teams, or are you gonna be spicing things up with players from all around the world?
We just told you we're doing B, probably. So I think it's very good that we're European. One of the things that Luca always said is that, and I agree with you, is that so if you go global, you have more access to talent, right? Therefore, mathematics tell you that you should have, on average, better players. But there's a lot of aspects from being a fully European team, like the cultural. There's cultural differences, but not that much. Like a Spanish person is different than a German person, but the difference is smaller than a Spanish person, different from a Korean person, right? And that cultural difference has a lot of implications when things go wrong, how people react to problems, whether you go emo, whether you try to learn, it's a different culture, right? So I think that the cultural clash is a big reason why we ended up going fully European, and then all of these things combined make it, I think, this team the most unique and insane team I think that from any esport title actually out there has ever existed. Holy shit, that was powerful.
Thank you, G2. If we can ask you to stand for pictures, please.
Thank you so much for watching this video brought to you by Alienware. Now, you may not have known this, but I do like to go to the LCS. Actually, it's work, but it's also fun for me. And wouldn't have been made possible if it wasn't for those grand old people at Alienware. I don't know where I'm going with this voice anymore. I got lost. I'm going to be honest, I got lost. I'm Travis, Alienware.